Jazz Gold, that's a fun one to open with. Again, from the Count Basie book, and you just kind of throw the solos around the band. We featured Daniel Ray on piano, Alex Plumador on tenor sax, Lila Rolone on trombone, Katie Bridges on tenor sax, Ryan Adams on trumpet, and Elena Culbertson on the bass. 1 o'clock jump. From the Duke Ellington Orchestra, again written by his son Mercer and arranged by the father Duke. This is a really old Duke Ellington chart called Jumpin' Pumpkins. It's kind of fun to do, and we're going to feature Daniel Ray again on the piano. Kristen Coe, who is our clarinet saxophone doubler down here, she's going to play a little clarinet on this one. Patrick Fitzgerald on the bari sax, and Bennett Sinclair back there on the drums. Compositions out there, but some of them have been lost or have not been written down. And the Jazz at Lincoln Center in New York City has this transcriber, David Berger, and he's been transcribing all of these old Duke Ellington recordings that go way back. And so it's kind of fun to be able to play that music with a current group, you know, to go back in history and play that wonderful music from our American history. We're going to move on to a slower swing, and I always like to go back to the source to see kind of where these charts came from. And this next one, After You've Gone, and wonderful YouTube that we have that you can look up these recordings. The first recording is like 1918. You can go to YouTube and find the 1918 recording of After You've Gone, and then since then it's been recorded by many people, a great jazz standard here. We're going to feature trumpet player Ryan Adams on this. Now we're going to jump ahead many decades to the great Stevie Wonder, and this is a jazz arrangement by Mark Taylor of My Sherry Amore, and we're going to feature Cole Bateman on the alto sax on this. Okay, thank you. Just want to thank you all for coming out tonight. It's been a great evening of jazz, celebrating America's music here with you tonight. It's been great. I wanted to recognize just a couple of people in this band, because they're not just playing in this band. This is the second time you've seen them up here on stage. Patrick Fitzgerald came in, alto sax player. We didn't have anybody playing Barry. He's a freshman. They said, hey, how about Barry? Well, okay, you know. But he's really taken to the instrument, and then whenever I said, hey, how about playing it in both jazz band? Okay. And so when he comes to jazz band rehearsal, he sits through both of them. And then Matt Stamets, if you noticed, he was back there playing bass in jazz green, and then he picked up trombone last year, right? Last year, and he's sitting third trombone now in jazz gold. And so I appreciate these two guys putting in the extra hours in jazz. Yeah. Thank you, parents, for your support in helping get these students manage their schedules, get them to rehearsal, and all these extracurricular activities. I'm experiencing it myself, having a freshman at UHigh this year, and I know that it's difficult and busy. And thank you for making these rehearsals a priority for them and getting them to the rehearsals and allowing them to be a part of this. It's even been great that we've had some members of the band who have been doubling. We got 2 saxophone sections for our jazz bands, and some of them are flute players. And they said, hey, I'll play saxophone. And then we got a couple of tuba players that have picked up trombone this year as well. So it's been exciting to see the growth in so many of these students up here. We're going to close with a new jazz chart by Fred Sturm, and this one is a hip-hop shuffle, so it's kind of an interesting chart to close our concert with, but it's been a fun one to work on. Both the last one, My Sharia Moore, and then this one, Aim High, were a real challenge to find the groove for the drum set player, and Save has done a great job of just kind of figuring out what needs to happen for these two charts. And so this one's a fun one. We're going to feature Ryan Adams again on the trumpet and Stephanie Chow on guitar. Thanks again for coming tonight.
Mr. Landis for everything that he's done for us. As you can see, he's one of the most enthusiastic people I know when it comes to jazz. And he's done so much to teach us how to groove and swing and funk and everything else that you can think of. And besides jazz band, he does madrigals and he does concert band and marching band. And I don't really know how this man gets it all done, but somehow he does, and I think we sound pretty good. So.
Thanks again for everyone who helped put this together. The sound crew in the back who have been here all day helping us out with all these amazing microphones. And the parents who helped do the tickets and set up the tables and make this just, we love this venue. We've appreciated the opportunity to be in here. Thanks to all who helped make this a great evening. Thank you. One more plug, since I've got the microphone again. It's not on the back of your program, but it is a fine arts event, and that's on April 15th, Pioneer Palooza. It was such a great event last year. We had tons of student acts, and it's just a great night to feature a bunch of our students at UHigh who maybe do a lot of musical things on the side, and it's just an opportunity for them to perform for their peers. But we also made it a fine arts fundraiser last year. There was a dinner beforehand. Some other things going on, and many of our music department groups are going to be performing during the dinner, April 15th. And it's a fine arts fundraiser. This was our 11th year on our band uniforms. They're starting to wear a little bit, so we're trying to kind of plan ahead to replace those down the road. So a good chunk of the funds that we'll be raising this year will go towards that. So mark that on your calendar as well, April 15th, and we hope you can join us. Again, thank you for a great evening and for being here tonight, and have a safe trip home.